Good day, everyone. My name is Michelle D. Clark, and I'm your favorite small town girl with big time dreams who God has definitely shown his grace and his mercy, and he has saved me from some life threatening things. Welcome, everyone, to Win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments where we are going to cover some phenomenal, fundamental ways that you can truly live inspired, free, and transform and win. And we're going to do it all in 10 minutes or less. So let's not belabor. Let's go ahead and get started. I see some eyeballs popping in. So make sure that if you would like to have a proper shout out, that you do put your name and where you are watching from in the chat. Now, I don't mean Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, although if you are watching from any of those platforms, make sure, especially on YouTube, to go ahead and subscribe and click the little bell so then that way you are in the know when we drop new content. And of course, if you're on Facebook and LinkedIn, like the post, support the post, heart the post, share the post. Don't let this be the best kept secret. Don't be the only person in your crew, in your family, in your community, in your continent to be able to win in 10 minutes or less. All right, so make sure to get that word out there. But what I meant was, you can put in the chat where you are watching from, like your city, state, your country, your continent, your region, any one of those places. So then that way I can give you a proper shout out. All right. So now we do have some other, I like to call them household rules, but we have household customs that we do. That's one of them, is to make sure to put yourself in the chat so then that way I can give you a proper shout out. The other thing that we do is we make sure to take a break for station identification for our hydration. So where did my hydration just go? I literally just had my hydration. Oh, here it is. It's like, where did my hydration go? Okay. So we do this, you all, because as we all understand, is that our minds, our bodies run on water. Despite what some other companies say, it is water. That's what we run on. So we have to stay hydrated in order for our minds and bodies to work properly. Oh, look at here. I see somebody checking in. Hey, what's going on, Miss Belinda? She is checking into our win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments. So welcome, Miss Belinda from Riverside, California. So thank you, young lady. And I, a real proper shout out to her because word has it, she's a little bit under the weather, but you know what? We are going to go ahead and put out there that she is going to have a miraculous recovery and in Godspeed, right? So we're going to speak those things that aren't as though they were. We're going to go ahead and cast a forecast of healing and well-being over Miss Belinda. So touch and agree, everybody. Thank you very much. All right. So it is done, young lady. You are healed. You are better. She said, woohoo. I know that's right. Let's go, right? So oh, you are so welcome. You're so welcome, Belinda. Absolutely. So anybody else, if you'd like to have a proper shout out, then make sure to do that. And make sure you have your bottles of water handy because we're about to lock and load and we're about to get started with our breakfast station identification for our hydration. So that's when we take our bottles of water and we take a quick sip so that way we can be hydrated. So if you do not have your bottle of water, this is a good time to go run and go get it now. If you do have your bottle of water, this is a great time to now share this post to somebody else. All right, you also locked and loaded, ready to go. All right, 1, 2, 3, go team. Let's go. I know it says every single night. It doesn't get old. Love the water. And if you know me, you know I like it room temp. All right, so let's get started, you all. So for our win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments, if you got a chance to watch me earlier today, I did a live. And I don't do them like, when I say do a live, I'm doing live right now. But I meant like outside of the regular podcast. So I was out in the elements again. Love it. Today was absolutely amazing in Michigan. We had like 57-degree weather, which is very uncustomary for February. But at any rate, I was just talking about being happy and grateful. And I was thinking to myself, okay, so that's one tidbit, one life hack, one mindset management. But I want to give you all something else. I want to kind of capitalize on that. So being happy and grateful, I thought about it. Being happy and grateful like a child. Being happy and grateful like a child. Meaning that when you look at a child and it's something that they're extremely excited and happy about, that is the most authentic thing that you could ever experience. And it doesn't take a lot. It's the littlest of things can make the biggest impact and impression on a child. See, as we get older and grow older and have more experiences and education and expertise and things like that, and then sometimes have a lot of doors slammed in our face and have a lot of letdowns and setbacks and all these types of things that knock us down and try to keep us down and pull us down and distract us. from our greatness, from our path of greatness. When we have all these things that come in our aura and our atmosphere, we sometimes lose the ability to experience things in its smallest, rawest, authentic state. Remember we talked about that filing cabinet back when we talked about our graded 8 mindset matters. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, hashtag replay is for real. Go back and scroll, or you can just go to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel. It's probably easier because I have it categorized, and just click on the files for or the channels, the subs channels for graded 8 mindset matters. But we talked about that filing cabinet system. So what happens is in that filing cabinet system, our brains, when we experience something, we don't experience it new for the first time all over again. Every time we experience it, it gives us a shortcut and it says, that looks like this, right? And it puts it there. What happens is when we get a whole bunch of this here, we lose some of the essence. So just imagine if you saw a movie for the first time and you're like, oh, ooh, ah, wow, whoa, right? You have all these new experiences coming at you. Well, if you watch the movie again, you might see some new things, but you know the plot. You know what's going to happen. You've seen it before. So the wow factor is gone. So you look at a child and they have that wow factor and they're experiencing something new for the first time. When we experience something new for the first time, without all our preconceived notions, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So where is it? Where can I put that? So just like experiencing things as a child. So be like, here we go. Let's put this up here. So be a child again. That is our win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moment is be a child again. Be a child again. Go inside of yourself. Because a lot of times what happens is we believe things about ourselves, not based off of who we really are, but based on what other people tell us who we should be, based off of who we think we should be. Those things much should, right? All those things. And we lose who we are, the truest sense, the essence of who we are. We lose that. Well, guess what? I'm unlocking the door. I'm giving you the key. I can't unlock it for you. I'm giving you the key to unlock it for yourself. To be a kid again. Go back inside of yourself. Do that introspection. And figure out who you are. This reminded me of, I listen to K-pop, and that reminded me of, shout out to ATs, love y'all to pieces. So that reminded me of, there's a guy, a K-pop idol, his name is Mingy. And Mingy says in this song, Halazia, he says, who are you? And he says, who are you? And he says it 3 times. First of all, 3 is my number. We'll talk about that another time. 3 is my number, but he said it 3 times. Who are you? And that's what it just reminded me of. Who are you? Who are you? Go inside of yourself. If you need to go into a quiet room all by yourself, turn off the lights, get rid of all external stimuli. I'm giving you some pointers here, you all. These are some nuggets coming your way. And go into yourself and just ask yourself, who am I? And wait for yourself to answer. I was at a shop. I think I talked about this on one of my lives where I was at a shop and the people were like, oh, no, maybe I was talking to somebody on the street or colloquially, whatever. And I was at a hair shop and they were saying, oh, as long as you don't, if you talk to yourself, that's fine, as long as you don't answer. No. I'm a mindset management coach. It's okay to answer. You want to answer because there's not a question that you can ask yourself that you really don't know the answer to already. A lot of times we're asking other people because we just want validation. We want confirmation. You already have the answer. You already know what you're going to do. So who are you? Sit with that. Ask yourself the question, who am I? Breathe in deep. We're doing stacking now, right? To elevate, deepen the impression, elevate the moment, get the answers to come to us. Ask yourself, who am I? And wait for the answer. And it may not come to you in that 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute, whatever meditation session. It may not come to you then. But I promise you'll be walking and something's going to happen at a clear blue sky. It's going to be like, boom. And you'll be like, ooh, that's who I am. That's who I am. Yeah. Coach B says, when we should be developing a healthy identity during our formative years, it is often misshapen by others. So true. So true. So I challenge you to be a child again. Those formative years, reform. Reform yourself. That's our 10 minutes, y'all. Y'all about to have me talking. This is not Tuesday Talks with Miss Clark, LMSW, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's a good time for me to go ahead and put out there. So make sure you join me next week, though, for our Tuesday Talks with Miss Clark. That was yesterday. If you missed it, make sure you hashtag replay. That is for real. So go back into either LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube, wherever you're watching me right now, and watch it. Right? So we have our Tuesday Talks with Miss Clark, LMSW, that stands for Licensed Master Social Work, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each and every Tuesday, we have a 30-minute segment where you get a chance to get your questions answered on our Rapid Fire AMA, where you can ask Miss Clark anything. So, yes, you can ask me live right then and there, or you can go over to info@MicheleDClark.com. That's info at MicheleDClark.com. And that's one L of Michelle, because you don't need two, and one does the same. So make sure you hit me at info@MicheleDClark.com to get your questions answered, or to shoot me a message, right? So now for this Saturday, you all, if you like this format, let me tell you something. You can meet me in the Zoom room this Saturday. We're going to have Lift Nation Freedom at 1. Now, this only for professional ladies only. So sorry, no men allowed, right? So that is only for the professional ladies. Wait, what did she say? She said she'll be back. Belinda said, I'll be back. Yes, and I'll be waiting, right? So you got to keep the fun and fundamental, right? So meet me in the Zoom room this Saturday. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a mini mindset training, and then we're going to talk about how Lift Nation is going to go to work for you, the professional woman, both personally and professionally. We have some things. Oh boy, you want to be in the know. You don't want to wonder what happened. You want to be a part of what happened and how you can do that. So glad you asked me that. All you have to do is go over to bit.ly. That's bit.ly/Lift Nation Freedom at 1 and register right now. The link is live. You can register and be in the Zoom room this Saturday and connect. And then listen, it's free. All you have to do is come with your winning smile and your awesome personality. That's the only thing that's going to cost you. And time, of course. Yes. So when I say winning smile, I want to see those smiles. So I want you on cam, because I promise you, when you're on camera, we can interact, we break bread, because we're going to have a networking segment. So we have that networking segment particularly, but even throughout, it deepens, it enriches the experience. Don't you want to be enriched? Don't you want to be rich? Yes. Keep the fun and fundamental, right? So definitely make sure that you have your cams on so we can truly break bread and network this Saturday. Be there or be square, right? So be there so you don't have to wonder about what happened. You can be a part of what happened. So that is our Lift Nation Freedom at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Saturday. All right, you all, we are wrapping up. Oh, look at that. Fuchina, at the last second, I'll tell you, she got in it by the hair on chinny chin chin. What's going on, Miss Fuchina? Coming in from Duluth, Georgia. She is a repeat supporter, and I had to give her a proper shout out. All right, you also make sure you join me next. Well, join me tomorrow evening, first of all. Join me tomorrow evening for another segment of Win in 10 minutes or less, for our fundamental moments. Make sure you join us tomorrow evening, 8 p.m., right where you're watching me right now, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And of course, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, click the little bell. That way you'll be in the know and you won't miss out when we drop new content, just like we did tonight. And just like I sometimes do throughout the day. So, all right, I love you all to life. My name is MicheleDClark, and I'm the mindset management coach for professional women with Lift Nation, where we empower you, the professional woman, to live inspired, free, and transform. Take care. God bless. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you all tomorrow evening for our Win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments. Take care. God bless.